Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy D Bellboy, the Black Ranger here, coming back at you with yet another Genesis video. So, the last time we were here, it was pretty much getting the introduction, getting some story down, and running through kind of the basic tutorial here. So on today's episode, I want to do something quite literally a little different because they don't really give you too much to go on when you start up this game, as well, like other than like the tutorial and kind of like the C- story and all. So today, what I'm gonna be doing in this video is kind of walking you through the menus, kind of just showing you how to navigate. So like always, guys, if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If not, you don't have to. Like I said, I'm more than happy with you guys just watching and talking with me in the comments, because lately a lot of y'all I've been getting messages about the hero series and everything. So again, really appreciate you guys on that one, as well as if you like the content that I'm putting out, go ahead, subscribe, man. Give me something to do here. Once you subscribe though, make sure you hit the bell so you can get notified. Alright, but now let's get into it here. So, navigating the Genesis menus. Like I said, it's not some of it is self-explanatory. Some stuff is kind of actually repetitive. So, as you can see, we'll go ahead and take it from left to right. So we got our friends list, L1, R1 on that one, standard stuff. Who you played with recently, notifications, and you can actually search for people. So, yeah, cool. Next up, the start button here. So now you have the option to go into campaign, well, actually quick game and campaign, do an AI challenge or training. So going into training, it's the same game tutorial you played you played with Apollo there. The online practice is exactly what it sounds like. You and 5 other people are fighting against or fighting online to go ahead and get a practice. It doesn't count towards like your ranking or anything like that. And then mock combat, honestly, in some of my other videos, this is where we're going to be at for most of the time, because it literally allows you to go in, pick whichever character you want, go ahead and set like parameters for the characters as well, and just go ahead and test out. So that's where everything is here in the training section. In the AI challenge section, you have different stages that you can choose. As of right now, I'm not sure if any of these are working, because I've tried them and I was not able to get anything working. But essentially what they are is you can think of them as challenges. You have to beat the computer. Each one, like the first 5 stages, there's like no stat boost or conditions on the character. You just have to flat out win. Stage 6, as you can see, the enemy AI condition, they've got improved base stats, so their attack and energy power is 2 plus whatever their level is times 0.4, and they have damage reduction at 3%, and speed is increased by 3%, as well as bloodlust. Whenever surrounding enemy heroes die, it increases our damage. So well, the enemy's damage. So you got there you have a little extra boost on them to try to keep you from not dying. I'm sorry, to challenge you, and your objective is to not die, because you can see you only got 3 attempts down there. And as you go through there are different rewards, as well as like once you hit the final stage, you actually get a frame for your avatar picture there. Once you hit level 10, you actually get a I want to believe that's another avatar photo. So yeah, some decent items there in the actual AI challenge. Next up is campaign. It's exactly what it sounds like. You have well, as of right now, there's only 2 different places, the Crucible and the Light of Aspero. But starting off, you go into the Light of Aspero. You've got your 5 different areas that you can go and play in. As of right now, I have not been able to get into it. I believe the matchmaking is down, because I think like lately, even people like doing a full 5-man team, we're having trouble getting into it. I don't know if that's still an issue for some of y'all. Go ahead and let me know in the comments if you guys have been having issues with like getting into PVE type issue, getting into the PVE scene there, because I really do want to go run some PVE stuff, honestly. If you guys, depending on how everything goes, I'm either gonna do the PVE series kind of with if they fix it solo, or rather maybe that might be something I can do with you guys, you know, for output. You know, every so often I just pick a random subscriber or whatever, and then random subscribers, and then we can go and run through a scene of PVE. So that's a little something for the future there. But yeah, as of right now, it's just it hasn't been working for me. But as well as you've got your three different modes: easy, hard, and nightmare. They progressively get harder. As you go up, as well as the rewards. You get more rewards. They give you more items, as you can see down there, for going up. And you have in PVE, you actually have gear that you can put on, which augments your character's stats as well. These cannot be used in PvP though. But as you can see, you get like you can get like rings, and down there it says first pass for beating it. You can get rings, as well as like back decorations for your characters and all. So if that's what you're into for the PvE side, definitely, like I said, let me know something in the comments so we can I can put something together. And then lastly, in the start section, we got the quick game. It is self-explanatory as well. You boot it up. You can invite, you can join your friends over there in the section there if they've got a party going, or you can invite whoever into your party. 5 people, you know, you can 5 people it up, go in, or however many people you got, or you can solo queue. Self-explanatory. You hit start, it starts up the game. If you haven't started, well, if you do have this, you know, if it's searching, you can always hold down the touchpad on there. Go back here, take a look at everything that's going. You know, take a look at everything that is going on your front screen. You know, if you want to go into certain areas and whatnot. Oh, that's pretty much it for the start. Hopping next over to the depot. So the depot is pretty much the in-game crate system. Generally, you can depending on when you if you beat feats or do certain get feats or do certain quests in PvP, or PvP and PvE. They give you keys which will allow you to unlock these crates, which have materials. They have one-time use items, as well as fashion items or weapons and stuff as well too. So generally, that's what these are. Obviously, you have to if you're trying to buy key, you know, if you want to buy keys to open them, then obviously you pay real money for it, and you can do so as such. Or sometimes if you have enough of these crystals, which you get for completing quests and doing certain objectives, you can use those as well too. All right, next up is roles. And honestly, the where it says roll right here, this is actually technically kind of misleading. What this should say is heroes, because that's essentially, when you click on it, that's essentially what's happening. It's showing you all the heroes here. So if you click left on the D-pad, or either just tab over left with your control stick, you can actually search for heroes. They've got the all. You can choose between your unlocked or your locked, to show you what you have unlocked or who all you don't have yet. As of right now, they're giving everybody the free characters. I want to say, I think Sion, Celinda, and Amber is free for everyone. However, depending on at the start, they gave you like a trial pack, which you had they gave you 2 other free characters that you could use for the day as well too. I think they gave Amber was free for me, but then they ended up giving me a Minotaurus as well as Amber, even though she was already free. So I was like, how did that work? But excuse me, side eye. sidetrack or side note on that one. But yeah, you can they give you the option to customize your characters here, as well as the observer. You can go in, change what type of ward you want, and well, they call them observers in this game, but you pretty much, I know some of you noticed they're like little circular posts that give you the prompt to press up on the D-pad so you can give your vision. That's pretty much where your observer goes. Into. You can change how these guys look. Next up is the kill effect. So whenever you kill somebody, it plants down a flag, kind of like how for my guys again who play Paragon. When you kill somebody, you got the death flag that showed up. That's essentially what this is. It's a death flag for whoever you kill. Again, like I said, some of these actually, I hope they get the campaign working, because I want to go through and at least get like some of the base stuff here. Next up, teleport. Whenever you teleport, like pressing R3, they have teleport, just different teleport animations here for you. After that, trailing, how they have different colors and effects for when you're running behind your character, they'll show. And then lastly is going to be the level up animation for when you gain, every time you gain a level. The default one is like this little light here, so you've got different ones to show you that you've leveled up, just in case you can't really see that one or notice. But I mean, every time you level up, there's a big two yellow arrows pointing on down at your skills, because you need to level it up either way. So that is the first role, which, like I said, it needs to be heroes because it's misleading. Next up is the spectate function, and the spectate function, it also is not working at the moment. But essentially, if it was working, then you would have your live videos that you could actually watch games that will be going on. You can see what's the actual hot games that are going on now. Again, they had that function in the function in Paragon. And you could see what your friend, what games your friends are playing. You can spectate them right now. And then over in the record, if you were playing like a local game with your friends, they'd be your local games would actually be saved here. You can see the actual hot games that you saved, and then your own recent games here. You could actually go back and check and see. But like I said, it says save failed. Nothing works right now. I hope they get this back online, because I would totally, I wouldn't mind doing some, like if you guys want to record your videos and send them to me or whatever. They're like, because I can always do. I wouldn't mind doing like casting for some of these games. If that's something you guys are interested in, can totally do that. But yeah, that's pretty much the spectate in there. It's about like the campaign. It's broke. It seems like everything is almost broke in this game, but I understand it's just out. It's gonna have bugs, so can't complain too much. All right, next up, the second role here. It's the second role is also misleading. It should be called stats, because the moment you go into it,
show mercy to the weak, but stand strong against your enemies.
Thank you, Galeth. But yeah, the moment you go into it, it actually shows you all your stats. So it shows you your username, the ID for the game, your actual PlayStation username, how many hours you've been on, how many games you played, your charisma, your overall rating and level, your progression as far as in game, how many trophies or cups you've gotten, which would be like your legendary honor and the bravery, what all your honor tokens or honor badges that you've gotten, your last 4 favorite heroes that you've played, as well as it shows you down at the collection how much stuff you have just overall, as far as like feats, the total number, heroes, how many heroes you have, how many skins you've collected, as well as weapons. Now, as for the description, you hit square button. Again, like it shows you exactly like those badges that I was telling you about. So you got your MVP for whoever was the winner with the highest rating, most kills, most gold, most turrets. Diabolical was, I think, is five kills without dying. You get that one. SVP is on the losing team with the highest rating, most assists, most damage dealt, most damage taken, and the highest participation. And again, these can only be earned in PvP. So, but yeah. And so the next thing that you can do here, well, at least on this screen, you can also change your display hero. So again, it's only it's based off the ones that you actually have unlocked right now. So you can choose between whichever one of them. You can hit L2 or R2 to cycle, between all of them. So that's that. You can update the frame. Like I said, the frame is what goes around that your picture up at the top right. So essentially, whatever the event is, it shows you exactly what you need to do to get these in order to grab them for those who want them. And then you got your update avatar. Again, change your picture. Nothing too specific on that. Different ones for different events and specifics. They tell you exactly what you need to do to get them. And then lastly, you can change your name, but you need a name update card, which you have to pay for. Or I believe there's you can actually earn one in game right now if you want to reset like your name. Excuse me. Next up, game records. As you can tell, shows you your win loss record, and as well as what hero you used and which which badges you've got in that game. And then as you can tell, standard data kills, deaths, assists, what the match mode was, match time, and the date. And then over on the far right, your PvP stats, and then they give you like personal top stats, highest win streak, highest kill streak, most kills and such. After that, hero data is pretty much almost the same thing as like the previous page, except it tells you your hero, the hero that you use, their level, how many times you played it, how many times you won with them, win rate on them, and how many times you've been MVP, average KDA, and then most kills and most assists. And then lastly, it shows you your party matches, so who your friends that you play with, how many games you played, and your win-loss record, win-loss, as well as win rate percentage, and then the last game that you played with. And that's pretty much the stats section, as like I said, the second role. Next up, you got your gear here. So the gear is strictly for PvE. You can swap between L2 and R2, swap between your sets, because again, you can go back and play this game, play the campaign mode on the different difficulty settings to get different items. Like I said, I don't really have anything to show here because campaign has not been working for me. But if you would, this is generally where everything would be in here, and items are again here only work in a PvE. Next up, items tabs. Item tab is self-explanatory. They show you the most recent items at the first tab that you get here. They got all prop items. These are items that have that can do that give you extra material, not materials, but extra like money, extra experience. These would be here. Crates would be where this would be where your keys are, like the galaxy keys or regular supply keys or whatever key you decide to have. Gear, again, if you play PvE or campaign, you got gear, it would be in here. Materials are these items. You can use them to like refine epic gear to make them better. Again, this is more so for PvE. And then the trial is where you would have the trial cards for like certain heroes, or it would give you a random hero. Item section, nothing too hard to pick up there. Alright, next up, feat section. So the feat section is broken down into two sides. You have your ranked and then campaign. So in the ranked section, essentially over there on the far right, as you complete as you play more PvP, you get points by completing challenges. As you get more points, you get gear from the side there. You can hit the triangle to view what all the gear is on what all the gear on the side there is. It tells you exactly what it is. It's a bravery trophy. Prove your efforts. And these bravery trophies and all, they do count towards overall ranking for when you are playing in PvP if you look at the leaderboards. But now, yeah, so it's broken down. The rank side is broken down in 3: your career, honor record, and special feats. The rank career, it literally shows you everything that you, all the quests here that you can do. So just starting off like with first debut. Complete 9 out of 10 PvP matches. The original one was complete 1 PvP match. After that, it jumped to complete 5. There are different tiers. If you look at the very top where it says first debut, there are 8 tiers of it, and then and to the right of it, they show you how many trophies you can earn by getting to the max tier. So, like I said, complete 1 PvP gives you 40 feet. Completing 5 gave 50. I need to do 1 more, and this one's going to give me 60. After that, complete 30, I get 70 feet, and then that 1 token. And as I said, it goes all the way up to 8 tiers for 500 games, and it goes on for the rest of these. Same thing for the honor record. You have the little quest or that you need to do, achieve MVP 1 time. As you see at the top, there's 6 tiers, and you get 2 one blue token and 1 green token. So, respectively, you go through each of these. Same thing for the special feats as well. You but the special feats are more so for like doing stuff with friends and collecting characters and items and all. And that's it for the rank section. Campaign section, pretty much the same thing. Like I said, campaign's not really working right now, but if it is, then definitely going to be hopping in. But yeah, defeating opponents in PvE, doing the different difficulties there affords you different items and everything. So again, cut and paste. Same thing with campaign quests. Different levels for doing everything, and then the monster hunter is for actually killing the monsters in the actual the story mission. So self-explanatory for that one under feats. Next up is the main section here. The main section is they might as well they should have said honestly I think they should have just changed it to like this should have been like either where it says quest up there in the top left. They should have said that at the beginning. It should be like quest, or it should have said like login. But essentially every day your quests reset, so you can actually at least in the daily section here, your quest reset, so you'll always be able to gain credits as well as experience and the crystal credits, because crystal credits are an item that you can use to purchase heroes, as well as Genesis credits if you don't want to actually spend real money on it. So far though, I think the only character in game that you actually have to spend money on is Mikazuki, which I personally think is not right, but that's for another video. But yeah, here for the dailies, you can see gain your first victory on the map, gives you 500 XP. Get a win with a psionic class on the map, gives you the credits. Gain the damage dealer title 1 time, gives you crystal credits XP. And then for the campaign, beat the Holy Citadel easy 1 time without dying, gives you XP and credits. Over in the main section is for you leveling up your level. I'm level 6 right now, so I'm almost to level 7. Once I hit level 7, it's going to give you the 250 crystals, and then as you go up to level 9, 11, 13, and 15, and then it keeps going up to level 30, which is the max level right now. Oop, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Alright, and so as well, like yeah, as well, after you do your level, there's there are gear quests that you can do. So collecting a piece of gear for all the way up to 10 of each. So 10 for 1 through 10 for common, rare, as well as just collecting one epic. And then in PvP, as of right now, winning matches up to upwards of winning 100 matches. So the crystal, you get crystal credits for those. Those go up as you win. And then campaign actually unlocks the tickets that allow you to continue playing, or to continue playing, because if you die, you'd have to use a ticket to restart over again, as well as some essences. The essences in order to upgrade like your gear to different the different rarities, and some they've got like some well, in this one, just one extra avatar there for you. And then moving on to the login section. So again, the login section here, every time you log in consecutive for consecutive days, they give you different items that you can actually get up to the day of 7. As of right now, there are excuse me. Since the game's launched, there are special events, which is where this event section right in here is coming into. So obviously the announcements, the event news here, they got the sale, but the daily rewards is where you want to go at for the event. So as of right now, if you logged in for one day, they gave you credits and a credit generate and double your credits or double your Genesis coins token that you use for the next 10 wins. If you logged in for 2 days, you got Nemo as the character himself, as well as his avatar. Logging in for 3 days straight, you got the Sun God Apollo costume along with a weapon, the bow weapon for him. Next up is for the 4 days another XP booster along with more gold. 5 days is Nemo skin and weapon. And as you can see, it keeps going on. Me personally, I'm shooting for that day 7, so I can go ahead and get Galeth, because I really want to play him. And then it keeps going down. The max right now is 14 days. At 14 days, you get a different weapon for Galeth, as well as his alternate costume. And then lastly, the precursor supply. It takes you right back to the depot section, so you can actually buy stuff. That's all that is. Alright, and here we go. We're getting to the end here. The last two is going to be your ranked. So essentially, it is exactly what you think it is. It shows you where your ranking is here. For as you can see, there are a lot of people who've been playing this game, grinding non-stop, and they are up there. It goes. The ranking is the top for the world. It goes to the top 100. So showing you who the top 100 guys are in Genesis right now. Next up, you can see who's the top between your friends here as well. And then next up jumps over to the battle rating, whatever your total battle rating is. As well, and that's for PvE here, I believe, for the gear. And then it shows you exactly what it is for the world as well, top 100 again. And then for friends, and then charisma, who's got the highest charisma for the world as well as friends. And then lastly, your mail. Your mail is pretty much is where you receive actual mail from Rampage Games or the team or anything. And then the last item there, as you can see in the bottom left, you can go ahead and hold the left stick, and it pulls up your chat channel. So you can press you can press the up or down on your left stick. It allows you to swap between whoever, all your friends over there, or the team channel for whoever is on your team, or the world channel, so you can talk to everybody who's on. X to pull up your little PlayStation thing, type in or whatever. Oh, I didn't want to go. Yeah, X to pull up everything. You can. Oh my goodness, this thing is so buggy. Please. There we go. Okay. So yeah, you can swap up and down to swap between whoever's talking. You can check the details, view the info, add them as a friend. Viewing the info pulls up their actual their history card, so you can actually look them over and everything. Nothing too big on that. And then lastly, you got your system settings. You hit your options button to go through all your mechanics, your commands, and everything. Your interface, set up all your audio, self-explanatory stuff. And that is pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. So yeah, like a quick little, well, not so much quick as like 30 minutes, but about as quick as it can possibly get without me rambling on too much about everything. But that's kind of the menu navigation system for right now, for those of you who don't know what's going on or who are new to the game. Yeah, that's it, man. That's all I got on this one. So if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If not, like I said, you don't have to. I'm cool with you guys just watching and leaving comments. Let me know what I can improve on and do better. As always, if you want to subscribe, you can feel free to subscribe, man. Like I said, I do this for you guys because it's a labor of love. What I want to thank you. I want to say thank you guys, because I think we're almost close to the 50 goal right now. I think I want to say I'm at like 49. So yeah, you guys have really been like pounding it out, hitting that subscribe button. Again, thank you for that. Trying to hit that 50. Yeah, I just can't believe it. It's kind of speechless right now, because started this about a couple months ago, like the channel, and like was talking about Genesis a few weeks ago, and here we are actually just making a little bit of wave here. So again, thank you guys. And that's gonna do it for me on this one, guys. And remember, we're always good like grandma's cookies.